This old house, it just sat there on the hill, like a bony finger pointing at the sky. For ages, it just watched us, living our normal lives. We got it for next to nothing, this huge old place falling apart. And ever since we moved in, weird things started happening. Little whispers, shadows darting out of the corner of your eye, that creepy feeling someone's watching you. The usual stuff in an old house. Then my sister Sarah met Him. She was in her room, fiddling with this old digital radio that wouldn't cooperate. So, half joking, she just said, "Okay, if you're a ghost, just stop it." And poof, the static cut out. Dead silence. Then Sarah, getting brave, whispered, "Wait, if you're a ghost, turn it on." The radio crackled to life, the display flashing. And that's how they started talking. Volume up meant yes, volume down meant no. The numbers on the display, 0 to 30, became their alphabet. He said his name was Jason. Claimed he died in the house way back in 1905, just 5 years old from some sickness. He said his mom was around too, a nice ghost, but his dad was bad news. Anytime Sarah asked about his dad, the radio just went silent. A total shutdown. When I got back from the coast, I wanted to see this ghost for myself. But Jason, he wouldn't talk to me. It was like he knew I was there just to spy. The radio only turned on when I wasn't around. If I left the room, it would buzz. If my sisters called me back, it would just switch off. He really wanted nothing to do with me. Then this memory popped back into my head. Years ago, I was in my room and something tugged my hair. I freaked out, started yelling, told whatever it was to get lost. Right after, all my picture frames just crashed off my desk. I was so scared, but it wasn't some terrifying monster. It was just a kid trying to get my attention. So one night, after another day of Jason totally ignoring me, I just talked to the empty air. I said, "Hey, I'm sorry if it was you I yelled at that night. I bet you were just trying to play or say hi, and I got scared. I shouldn't have been so mean, and I get it if you don't want to talk to me." The radio clicked on. Hesitantly, I asked, "Hey, are you the Jason I've heard so much about?" The volume nudged up. "Did I yell at you that night before I left?" The volume climbed higher, then settled. "I'm sorry about that. Can we be friends?" The volume surged. It worked. Jason, the spooky ghost, became like part of the family. He proved he was real in so many ways. He'd ring the doorbell when no one was there. He'd push crayons across tables, making these crazy, colorful lines. He even proved he could travel. Our friend in California put a newspaper on their table, and Jason came back, the radio hitting exactly volume 17. It was the 17th, not the 18th like our friend thought. So cool. But he was picky about what he talked about. No religion, and sometimes his answers were all mixed up, like a kid's brain still figuring things out. But he knew when he'd be leaving. He told Sarah he'd be there until her 28th birthday, then his family would move on. Eventually, it was like he just faded away. The house went quiet again, but I still remember that boy in the white hoodie asking us to play hide and seek in our dreams. A ghost echo. You think you're safe in your own home. Think again, because when the lights go out and you hear that whisper, it might not be your imagination. Subscribe to the Aqeela Files for more chilling tales, if you dare.